Pester Pig and I are in a typical high street where we found that most supermarkets and high street food chains are still sourcing their pork from animal factories. Although Sainsbury's Taste the Difference pork is RSPCA assured, much of their own brand pork comes from factory farms, shamefully still permitted in Britain. Farms Not Factories went to the Sainsbury's shareholder meeting to urge them to stop sourcing factory farm pork and follow the Co-op's example by sourcing their entire own brand fresh pork range from RSPCA assured farms.
We're trying to say to Sainsbury's, up your game like the Co-op.
At the moment I wouldn't buy pork from Sainsbury's because I'm not sure where it comes from and how the animals are looked after.
I wondered if you had any opinion between the difference. This is when the mum is feeding her piglets, so that's for 4 weeks. She feeds her piglets on a more natural farm for more like 6 to 8 weeks, so they're much stronger in their immune system, so they won't need so many antibiotics.
I personally buy from farm shops and I know that the farms raise them in this second way.
Sainsbury's is stupid if they don't see the way that consumers wish food production to move.
I've got 4 children, so I would prefer it if they had all of their animals being looked after like this, the pigs running freely in the fields and not having to be in factories, particularly when we know that they have to be given antibiotics to keep them healthy in that condition as opposed to letting them run free. Well, you wouldn't have to do that.
It's just disgusting. And Sainsbury's, who's one of the leading brands, would actually allow that to take place is for me beyond belief.
The only reason these things survive is a guaranteed market.
If I don't buy it, then they're going to say, well, okay, well, our profit margins are being hit by this. We're going to have to change something.
I think that Sainsbury's should look at all the meat products and all the animal products being completely approved by the RSPCA, so that we can all be consoled that the animals aren't meeting with very hard lives on our behalf.
Yeah, we've kind of cut back on buying quite as much meat as we used to, but yeah, I still do like my bacon and sausages, so it'd be nice to know it's coming from a good home.
I think it's not too much the difference of the money. I think it's the difference is the condition, you know. We can eat, less pork and we can eat good pork, because it's more natural.
I think if you have got eyes, you can see, and you're a human being and you can feel. Right, like what would you want to be if you were a piggy? That looks like pretty horrifying existence, so definitely this piggy.
Please sign the Farms Not Factories campaign letter urging less ethical high street food chains and supermarkets to only source high welfare meat to RSPCA assured certification or free range or organic in their own brand pork products.